Welcome back to the KDPG Sunday edition. We're talking about the State Attorney General's announcement that he's asking Commonwealth Court to extend and modify a consent decree that's set to expire in June that requires UPMC to provide care for Highmark health insurance customers at in-network rates. Back with us is Allegheny County Controller Chelsea Wagner, who's waging her own campaign for the same cause. And joining us now, Judy Hayes, a Highmark health insurance customer from Crescent Township, currently a patient at UPMC's Hillman Cancer Center, and Jessica Brooks, CEO and Executive Director of the Pittsburgh Business Group on Health, a nonprofit coalition of local employers. It represents private and public employers, government workers, and members of the academic community. And I'm joined in questioning our guest by Sally Stapleton, Managing Editor of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Judy, let's start with you. Tell us your story. When did you get sick?
Well, I was diagnosed in 2010 with CLL, which is chronic lymphocytic leukemia, but I had a complex case of it, and I now am on my fourth round of chemo. My cancer is not curable, but it is treatable. And in 2017, I went into crisis where my chemo drug was no longer working, and my oncologist with Swickley Medical Oncology, who is with UPMC, stated that I needed to see a specialist. And I had my choice of going to Columbus, Ohio, or to Dr. Rossetti at the Hillman Center, and I chose to go to the Hillman Center. And here I am today. He brought me through the crisis. I have had excellent care. I ended up in Shadyside for 2 weeks, and when they put me on this new drug, which is called Venclexta, it is a pill form. I take 400 milligrams a day. But kudos go out to Dr. Rossetti for bringing me through it.
And this is care, I'm sorry to interrupt you, this is care that you and your doctor felt you could only get at UPMC's
That's right.
Hillman Cancer Center.
That's right.
Even though you're a Highmark insurance patient.
And at that time, UPMC was accepting Highmark coverage. And
have you talked to your doctor about what's going to happen this summer?
I have talked to Dr. Rossetti, and I will see him the 1st of March, and he said to me, we'll decide what we're going to do then. So it's all up in the air right now. And, my husband and I had the choice of changing our carriers. But my husband has MS and has had it for 25 years, and he has 15 stents in his heart, and all that work has been done at AGH. So, it was really a difficult decision to make. We looked at other UPMC, we looked at Aetna, but our copays were way more. Our specialist went from $15 a visit to $40 a visit.
So you could not find a plan to give you and your husband access to both UPMC and Highmark facilities?
Exactly, that we could afford. That's right, that is correct.
Controller Wagner, how familiar does this story sound to you?
I think with Judy's story, she demonstrates what happens in the most extreme conditions when you have complex issues for husband and wife on the same insurance plan. We have seen this being very pervasive, though. Some people have very critical issues, as does Judy, but everyone is being affected. I've given the example of my own family. There's no choice here. So that when we were forced into the decision to switch our insurer from Highmark to UPMC, our costs have gone through the roof in the last year. And now just being 1 month, or 2 months into the new year, we're seeing them go up even higher, and being denied coverage on many things. It's really outrageous, but it's affecting people all over the county to varying degrees.
Now, Jessica, the employers that your group works with and represents, is this the kind of complaint that is coming up and you're hearing about it in many cases, or just a few, or what's the scope of it?
It's an interesting dynamic with employers, and employers of varying sizes and representing different industries have a different level of capacity to address the market dynamics. Some of them have decided to offer multiple options to employees and let employees decide basically on the level of access they'd like. With the increased competition with Aetna and United Healthcare and Cigna now being able to compete in a viable way in our marketplace, they are at the table now to offer broad access. It has, though, created administrative burdens for employers and ultimately made it difficult for employees when they do have to choose one or the other as far as access. So when you take it from the employer level down to the employee level, I shared yesterday that we have employees who believe they have in-network access, seen in-network at a facility that is like Children's Hospital or in an independent hospital, and then when it comes to follow-up care, their care is now considered out of network. And that's due to them maybe going off-site from that particular facility, and now their bills are astronomical, 100% out of pocket.
The bill is the first way that they realize I went out of network.
100% after the fact. So they weren't able to plan ahead. It was out of their control. And at that time, when you're dealing with a sick child, you're thinking about how do I help them get better. That's the last thing you're thinking about. You thought you did everything right by complying with your plan and going to the facility that was in network to ultimately find out either your lab work was out of network or your follow-up visits are out of network.
In this era of confusion in the marketplace, is that a fair statement? There's a confusion in Pittsburgh about what we as individuals are going to do. Is this potentially causing health risks for people?
It's certainly causing health risks for people. There's a variety of things that go into how a patient accesses care, and some of that comes at the plan design level, or first the network level, then your plan design. So there are costs that have been shifted as a result of the marketplace really not being affordable and healthcare not being affordable, that there's a more onus on the employee or family members to take up that cost. And as a result of that, you could delay care just for that reason. It's just unaffordable to begin with. But then when you create confusion when you do access the system, then you may give up at some point or to avoid another surprise bill or because you're just unsure. So it certainly creates more confusion and a health risk.
And I would, if I may add on that, the thing that just is so disheartening and outrageous to me is that creates stress. And we all know, hands down, how stress impacts all of these different chronic illnesses, including cancer. So the fact that they are perpetrating this kind of confusion and, just what they're doing to patients is actually harming them even further in terms of health.
So the business group on health, Jessica, you haven't picked a side. You're not pro UPMC, pro or anti one or the other. You just want the consent decree extended? Is that your position?
Our position is, you're correct. We're not pro UPMC or pro Highmark. We're pro purchasers of healthcare. That's our stance, is what's the best thing for the marketplace where employers can continue to sustainably offer healthcare benefits to employees. Right now, there's no other alternative. If you're a commercial working age group, you don't have Medicare, you don't have CHIP, you have your employer's benefits. So it's important that employers can affordably offer healthcare. That's our number one stance or mission. The other part of that is the consent decree. We honestly, 5 years ago, when we were initially talking about this at the business group, we wanted access. We wanted a contract for the two to work together. And access was our number one priority. For the first time in almost 30 years of the organization being in existence at that time, which was cost was the primary reason why we were created. 5 years ago, that changed the game, and it was access. That was the first time we actually had to worry about access in this marketplace. And so the consent decree, as time went on, it became clear that they weren't going to have a contract. We supported the initiation of the consent decree to address critically ill patients, to address gap issues in care, coordination of care. And that was our stance on the consent decree. At this point, I would agree with the consent decree continuing as it's a foundation, but I don't think that's the solution for the long term.
Well, you've also got these unique UPMC facilities, Children's Hospital, Western Psych, and right now patients, even with Highmark insurance, can access them, but there's an end point to that too, correct?
Correct, and we're actually focused on Children's Hospital specifically right now, and I shared yesterday at the press conference that employers are facing with employees going to Children's Hospital today that out-of-network follow-up visits are now considered out-of-network, depending on the specialist that is treating the patient. If we're seeing issues today with Children's Hospital, which was a protected entity, I can't imagine what 2022 will look like. And so we can't wait until 2021 or 6 months before 2022 to address Children's Hospital as a real issue. Before we thought, well, children, no one's going to touch children, but seniors are being impacted. So we can impact seniors, and I'm sure children aren't off the table either. So that's a huge issue and a concern for employers moving forward.
So Judy, let me just ask you again, the care you're getting in Hillman, it's
Yes.
your understanding through your doctors that that's not available through any other facility in Pittsburgh.
That's correct.
That's where you have to be. All right, so let me come at this a different way. You talked about how high your health care costs are now for your family under UPMC. If UPMC has invested in this kind of very specialized care, they're helping patients like Judy where no one else can, isn't it understandable that perhaps that their billing, their rates have to reflect some extraordinary investments in advanced, unique care? But don't we want, as healthcare consumers, don't we want excellence? Don't we want the very best state-of-the-art treatment that's available?
We do, but we need to recognize who the investors of UPMC are, who their angel investors are, who their stakeholders are, who are the taxpayers. When Josh Shapiro announced the complaint, he used a figure of $1.27 billion in private and public contributions and grants that have gone to basically build UPMC, because it goes even deeper. When you look to how Children's was built, you had grants from other charitable institutions, the foundation community. So they have built these institutions not with their own money, they've built it with our
We're
money.
going to have to go on that point. It's an interesting point. Judy, we wish you all the best.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to you. We'll
Thank
take a
you.
break.
Thank
Back
you
with
for your
more.
story.
Back with more in a moment.